This is how much it means to be listened to and to be believed. After decades of being lied to and gaslit, finally, vindication. The infected blood scandal could and should have been avoided. Its victims were betrayed.
The report details how 3 lines were repeatedly deployed by successive governments. That people had the best available treatment, that the infections were inadvertent, and that screening for hepatitis C could not have been introduced earlier than September 1991. All of those claims were untrue.
The damning 2,500-page report makes for grim reading. Secret trials and experiments, and the deliberate destroying of key documents in a perversive cover-up.
Definitely crimes were committed against children here.
The horror inside Treloar's school is laid bare, where haemophiliac pupils were regarded as objects of research rather than children. Aid Goodyear was one of these children, infected with HIV and hepatitis C.
It was always maintained at Treloar's, but the doctors couldn't possibly have known. They couldn't possibly have seen this coming. And they knew from the very first injection to factor 8 and factor 9. We're not liars no more. We're not liars no more. We won't have people now saying, really? No one would do that to children. But they did, and continually did it to children.
Successive governments were blamed for years of delay and denial, attempts to avoid paying compensation. That will be addressed later this week. First, the apology they have waited for so long, a recognition of their suffering and pain.
This is a day of shame for the British state. Today's report shows a decades-long moral failure at the heart of our national life. From the National Health Service to the civil service, to ministers in successive governments, at every level, the people and institutions in which we place our trust failed in the most harrowing and devastating way.
You got stomachache?
But that apology has come too late for the parents of Lee Turton. Lee was infected with HIV during his treatment for haemophilia. He died when he was just 10 years old.
An apology should have been given when it happened. It's too little too late now. It's there in black and white that this shouldn't have happened. Lee should still be here. He lost everything.
Denise told me she has found today hard and has left her feeling numb. Many here will share that emotion. In the introduction to his report, Sir Brian Langstaff warns that readers will find it hard to believe that a scandal like this could have been allowed to happen here in the UK. But it did, and people are still suffering because of it. It is impossible to right those wrongs, but now is the time to try. Ashish Joshi, Sky News, at the Blood Inquiry.